Fucking with Trey.
Get that paper, told that Glock, that's how we live. Yeah, my life's a game, I pray I don't get killed. They can't believe I got the guap, this shit for real. Can't accept the fact my brother gone, I wanna kill. Yeah, I can't go for that shit don't sit right. Instead of cabin to the old nigga, I know what you live like. Ain't worried about all, just fuck these hoes and live life. I go on the drill, I'm smart enough, you gotta know how to.
Entering the locker room, Isagi was more excited than ever for what's to come. As it seemed, he would be the end of it all, with the help of UCHIHA. There was no point at all to change the lineup, as stepping back onto the field to see Blue Lock strikers, Isagi was more determined than ever to lead his team to victory. Of course, Blue Lock has their moments, but now this U20 team was more on point than ever. Even with some of their strikers tapping into the flow state, I don't think it was enough, especially with this match being the one that Isagi would fully utilize his Sharingan, leading his team to victory. And with that, Isagi wondered what would come next. Days later, he was seen with Ray Dark as the investigation led to a name popping up. He shows Isagi a man that had longer hair and the same red eyes as him. Do you know who this is? Causing a flashback to see his grandfather. This is grandfather, but he died before I even got to turn 10. That's what our records have as well, but it seems that is not the case. So, what are you saying? Isagi, he was the one to kill your family. Instantly, shock hit his mind, as Isagi wouldn't know what to think of it at all. Just how could this be possible? How could his grandfather be alive? No, how could he be so cold and caring? Even in his final moments, he told his father to take care of Isagi. So, why now? No, he couldn't have come back from the dead. Ray Dark still has his team. Well, analyze the DNA further. But it seems that this is where all evidence has led them. Isagi would spend some time away from them, outlooking the world while Ray Dark continues the investigation. We then see him in the hotel, outlooking Japan, wondering just what was waiting for him. He then hears his phone buzzing and turns around, revealing a new set of eyes that he possesses. But just what could this even mean? A level above what he once had. These would be the eyes that would lead him to the truth. Picking up his phone, he answered. UCHIHA spoke at the other end, asking if he wished to come to Real with him or return to England. Isagi didn't know what he was talking about because he hasn't been on his phone, as Sai states that Isagi can do whatever path, and he'll follow. Isagi would hang up the phone, saying he needs time to think about it, and then sees a text message from Ray Dark. He wants Isagi to gain status as a young footballer to bring out this killer once again. That was the only way, because he believes Isagi may still be a target. Seeing this, Isagi wonders what environment would make him most known to the world. Thinking about joining Real. He doesn't believe Japan has anything else to offer since the U20 team won here. This is where Blue Lock and his strikers begin to fade away, having to find their own route to becoming the best alone. Isagi now has his sights set on a new place to play football, calling UCHIHA in the next couple of days, and connecting to the team's GM and manager. Isagi joins Real as a backup striker. Isagi is seen later standing at the entrance of Real's facility, as his heart was pounding, and he was excited, but also nervous. He had come a long way to join this prestigious football club, and determined to become a star alongside capture the attention of fans and scouts alike. He walks through the doors, knowing the path ahead would be filled with challenges and obstacles, but he was ready to face them head on. One of the biggest hurdles Isagi had to overcome was a starting striker for Real, a remarkably talented young player. Known for his speed, his skill, and his accuracy in front of the goal, he was formidable, and Isagi would have to surpass that in order to claim his spot on the team. Despite the daunting task ahead, Isagi was undeterred, as he saw UCHIHA as someone who could also help him, an ally here. The training regimen at Real was unlike anything Isagi ever experienced. The intensity and precision, as well as the focus on every detail of the game. It was a level of dedication and discipline that pushed Isagi to his limits. But thanks to his time playing in England, where his skills were honed, he developed a strong work ethic. Isagi was able to rise to the challenge and meet the demands of his new environment. Every day he pushed himself harder, training tirelessly to improve his speed, agility, and technique. He spent hours on the training pitch, working on his shooting, passing, and dribbling, determined to become the best player that he could be, their number one option. With each season, he could feel himself growing stronger and faster, and more confident in his abilities. And as Isagi began to bond with his new teammates, he found camaraderie and support that fueled his determination to succeed. Together, they continued to grow, and soon, it was time. His true test would soon begin. Soon, Spain's expansion league, or the SEL, began, and their first matches were here. Isagi wouldn't start, so he watched how incredible the striker of his team was throughout this match. He was older, which makes sense why someone like Itoshi Sai would lose to him, and his very own ego. Still, he was masterful at his position, and his shooting ability was out of this world. Isagi watches closely now with the Mangekyo Sharingan as he notices how he plays. Towards the end of the match is when he subbed in for another player who seems tired. Isagi is told not to do anything crazy but to coast to the end of the match. The play resumes and the ball is given to Isagi, who rushes up the field. With defenders crowding him, he uses his well-rested body to evade all of them. One was able to stick with him, so he drops off the ball to Itoshi Sai, who performs a 1-2 pass with Isagi, freeing him up. And with the opening shot, right at his fingertips, he slams his foot into the ball with a more powerful direct shot, ending the match 4-1. Just what else could come from this? Isagi still wasn't satisfied, as he could sense it. This is when he looks over, staring at the striker, Garcia Alvaro. He wasn't fazed at all. He was actually smiling, and he walks by Isagi, placing a hand on his shoulder. Don't get too worked up over a goal like that. You still need 1,000,000 more to catch up to me. Each match that they played in, Isagi noticed that there was something about Alvaro that he didn't get. Everything came so easy to him. Isagi notes that he's going to have to take over the team himself, eventually earning a starting position that forced the coach to move into a 4-4-2 formation. Isagi was also a starting striker, which is where everything began to change, especially when the end-season tournament had begun. These 5 games could be the deciding factor of who could truly lead this team. The first match was going to be against a rival squad, where it seemed that Alvaro was being locked down completely, being man-marked wherever he went. Realizing this, Isagi sprang in action, running forward, while also activating his Mangekyo Sharingan with a sinister smile. Thinking of his father and his mother's death, and putting all his emotions into his next shot, scoring off the volley, the crowd went wild. With this being an opening goal for Real, the team seemed confident. However, their opponents were no pushover, scoring their own counter goal right after. These two teams fought each other, exchanging with ferocity. Alvaro did get free enough to score 1 goal that led them to a lead entering the break. Still, could this even be enough? Right here is where Isagi had to challenge Alvaro. If he wanted to be the poster boy or star for this team, this was his moment that would start that journey. The match resumes, and Sai sends across to Alvaro. However, Isagi jumps in the way, trapping it. Why you little? Before Alvaro can finish or catch up to Isagi, he rushes off, dashing around defenders, leaving him in the dust. Alvaro was seen, rushing behind Isagi with rage, steaming with it. This was it, a catalyst to finally awaken what he was chasing after. Flow. A defender tries to knock him down, but it's as if his body was some sort of armor. Instead, Isagi throws him down, and he looks up. A shot from this distance should be impossible, but no, he could see it. Isagi winds up the shot, shouting out a new name. From his direct shot, a new technique was born with his Mangekyo Sharingan, Indra's arrow. Piercing the defender's line and the goal itself, the shot was nothing to mock at, as its speed and its power, it made it so the shot could barely even be seen. Isagi then clutched his fist and looked back to Alvaro, as the starting striker began laughing, as Isagi was more interesting than Itoshi Sai ever was, so he tells the young striker to bring it on from here on out. This is where the team began to divide itself, with some supporting Alvaro and others supporting Isagi, almost like a Kaiser situation. However, Itoshi Sai followed whoever seemed like the best option in that moment, leading to many passes being sent the way of Alvaro. However, we have to note that Isagi and his new shot will be a dominant threat on defense. Of course, throughout this tournament, Real makes their statement, going all the way till its finale, where they faced a rival team who had made it as well. Now, this is where everything would come together, in a highly anticipated match of the final in-season tournament between Real and their rivals. Isagi had a chance to make a lasting impact by leading his team to victory and overthrowing the current number one option, Alvaro. The stage was set for a thrilling showdown between the two talented teams, with fans eagerly awaiting the outcome of this intense match on the field. And as it kicked off, both teams came out strong, displaying their skills and determination to win. Alvaro, the star player so far, took the lead early on with his impressive speed and agility, scoring a goal that would put his team in the lead, with the crowd erupting in cheers, believing that Real was on their way to victory once again. However, Isagi, known for his incredible talent and determination, refused to back down, and throughout this match, he showcased his own respective skills and his new technique, Indra's arrow, which allowed him to seize the moment many times, delivering stunning goals that would actually shock Alvaro as the two continued to battle. And it seemed that he was able to outplay him on many occasions. Still, Alvaro was unwavering, as no one could deny that he was truly a complete striker, being able to score with both his left and right foot, showing this off in this match. And this would be where Isagi began to truly understand what separates them. So, he continues to evolve throughout this match, entering the flow state once again, taking a step right by Alvaro, noting that this is where he will surpass him. Taking the team for himself now, he knows what needs to be done. And with a win here, they were making a name for themselves, with Isagi and Itoshi Sai being called back to Japan, as the World Cup was this year, and they'd be asked to participate once again on the under-20 Japan team. And with this great goal lying ahead of them, what's truly to come next is unknown.